Damn it. Get my dark sword. Where's my dark sword at? It looks scurry. Is the bonfire? Where's the bonfire? Fire bun. Bonfire. Don't fall down there. Coming for you, dragon.
I told them all about you.
This guy looks tough. Let's go! Wait. Ooh. Oh my lord. Huh? Alright. Woo! Ah! Ooh. Ooh.
The abyss runneth deep, by the king's decree. None may disturb our mistress's slumber.
Titanite. Let me get back. Oh. Dodging. Got it. Ultra great swords. Very nice.
Turn back, unknowing visitor, by the king.
It's not the way to do it.
Turn back, unknowing visitor, by the king's foolishness. The king's decree is no trifling matter. I, Judicator Argo, shall deliver thee justice. Spear of the Church, sworn defender of our Princess Filianor. Hearken to the call that summons thee. Make haste. Spear of the Church.
That was easy. Oh! Oh! God. I'm not prepared for this. time to kill. Dark sword. Pontiffs. Okay, let's go.
Foolishness. The king's decree is no trifling matter. I, Judicator Argo, shall deliver thee justice. Spear of the Church, sworn defender of our Princess Filianor. Hearken to the call that summons thee. Make haste. Spear of the Church. Make haste.
What are you running for? Bitch. Back here! Glitter. Glint. Berries. Bonfire. Arc. Oh, yeah. Ow! Island Shrine.
Welcome, very well then. Let these souls withdrawn from their vessel.
Let these souls. Ah! Farewell, Ashen One. Farewell. Ashen One. Oh, my great sword. Are thine ready? Volnor. Death to all. Oh shit. Cool. Desolate one.
Oh, Filianor, help me. The Red Hood is tweet out. Ah! Filianor, help me. Please.
Eh. Chips. Come on, chips. Gotta be in the right direction. Chips. King of Kings. The Red Hood.
Dark soul. For my lady's painting.
Here we go. How is that? They're not helping me. That hurt. I'm dead. No! This is on PC. Omar. Gale. Oops. Alright, fuck, let's go. He's going! Oh! Ah ha ha ha! Die, motherfucker! Blood.
Ah. Is this the blood?
Oh wow. It's your blood, homeboy.
The blood of the dark soul.
Uh-oh. Got a second wind. It's gonna do some nasty things to me. Oh my god. Gale. Oh! The fuck? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Fuck you. Oh! No, no, no! Oh! That was close. Ooh. Ah, we're fucking you up now, homie. The darkness. Die, motherfucker! Oh! Let's go! Soul of the Sleep Nightingale. Blood of the Dark Soul. Let's go! Souls retrieved. Lumbar. Dunbar.
Dreaming's dead. No one does it anymore. It's not dead, it's just been forgotten. It's moved from our language. Nobody teaches it, so no one knows it exists. Dreamers vanished to obscurity. I'm trying to change all that, and I hope you are too. By dreaming every day. Dreaming with our hands, dreaming with our minds. Our planet is facing the greatest problem it's ever faced. Ever. So whatever you do, don't be bored. This is absolutely the most exciting time we could possibly hope to be alive. Things are just starting.
Hard street ghetto shit.
Thanks, Ashen One. With this will I paint a world. Please tell me thy name. I would name this painting after thee.
What is happening, guys? Cowboy here, and welcome to the 100% walkthrough of the Ring City DLC. What is happening, guys? Because after the of the church, that you can dodge by just sidestepping. Those are never. Shira. Her weapon can do a couple different. We woke up, Philanor. Philanor allowed you to get past the hellish angels without any thought, and shows you the best way to kill them. Ash, the age where the pig are the only ones of the Dark Soul. Irithel Straight Sword, the one that has frost, was kind of the. He has a cape also ends. Previously, obviously made a couple. Play sword, which pretty good. It's basically identical to the Claymore in terms of moveset. There's one move was the ult with it, so another potential bonus of it. And that is right here. Yale's Greatsword. Alternatively, if you don't want the Greatsword, you can get his repeating crossbow. So there's more just, and you give her the blood of the Dark Soul. Wraps up. You take over. You take.
This will I paint a world. Please tell me thy name. I would name this painting after thee. Yeah, if I had a 9/10 on. I see. I see. Then I will name this painting. 'Twill be a cold, and one day it will make someone a good. I wonder when Uncle Gale in. I hope the new painting will be to him. My thanks, I will assure of a cold one. One day.
The Ashen One.
I will name this painting. I wonder when gentle.
So, heading back to the shrine. A hell of a journey. Drunk throughs and the streams and Ash Souls.
Alright, that's it, I guess. Drake blood.
Ah, and the black eyes that shifted as if it were, but we did all we could to spare her from them. Much, mayhap, of what the thin light of these eyes might reveal, scenes of betray this age's.
Boulder heave. are some badass weapons. Where's the fucking hammer at? Dragon Slayer. Where is it? I didn't see it. Where the hell is it? Large great sword. No, no. What? Where is it? No! What the fuck? Oh yeah. This is like my third playthrough, so I have quite a collection. I'm trying to find this hammer I should be able to get, but I don't see it. Hold on.
Tell me that.
Alternatively, if you don't want the greatsword, you can get his repeating crossbow, and of course you have crazy weapon arts with it, so another potential bonus of it. And that is right here, Gale's greatsword.
I don't get Gil's great sword. What do you on PC or console? Oh, there it is. Wow, I'm retarded. Boom. Bought it. Oh, you're on the one. I'm on the PC, dude.
Now, he...
Welcome us. Very well, then. Let these souls withdrawn.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Yeah, man. I have it for the PS4 too, but no, I don't have the Xbox, unfortunately. Ooh, damn. Ooh, that's cool.
Well, speak that. Very well, then. Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels.
Farewell, Ashen.
Ah, now, he...
Oh, alright. I guess there's no dragon there.
Worry too much about by an attack. The fact that you miss.
Oh, no. There is some. Hey! Actually, I like Worry of Illusion. Ooh. Ember. Ooh. I'm gonna go the other way first. This seems to be quite the pathway. I'm gonna head the other direction. Oh, could this be the Gwyn? Yes, it is! Worry of Illusion. Okay. Oh. It's like a serpent. A primordial serpent. Okay. Let's go. Whee! Illusionary wall? No. I don't know. Where's the other? There it is. Rigged inner wall. Undead Legion armor. It's actually pretty cool armor, actually. I like the Undead Legion armor. It's actually pretty, I don't know, it's like kind of neat. Doesn't go well with anything besides the regular Legion stuff, but it is pretty neat. Alright. Yes. Try left. There it is. Okay. The place I gotta go. Yes. Actually. Undead Legion armor. It's actually pretty cool armor, actually. I like the Undead Legion armor. It's actually pretty, I don't know, it's like kind of neat. Doesn't go well with anything besides the regular Legion stuff, but it is pretty neat. Alright.
Drake blood. Walk blood. shit. Go. Death toll. Ember restored. Shrine.
Oh, God.
Thanks, good compere.
Got him.
Ah, now.
Welcome. Very well, then take. Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels manifest.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Sullivan. wolves. He's killing them. He's killing him. Help him. Archangel. Bastard sword. Right? city. Katarina. Oh. Thank you. Mixed Neff. The Nephilim.
Was personal and dear to her. It simply helps me to make contact. Personal items strengthen the spiritual bond.
Well, I hope this will suffice. It's her favorite.
And your personal items? That will do just fine. She has her father's eyes.
Why did you ask us to come here so late tonight?
3 o'clock is the witching hour, my dear. The time of night when the barrier between the living and the dead is thinnest.
Are you trying to tell me that my daughter's already dead?
If we make direct contact with her, there is a good chance she has passed. How long ago did she vanish?
3 weeks.
Throughout the session, it is imperative that we do not break the circle. If we do indeed make contact with her, only one of us shall speak at a time. You must ask questions with a yes or no for an answer. 1 tap for no, and 2 taps for yes. Understood?
Yes.
Let us join hands. Foul spirits, be warned. Thou shalt be banished if ye approach this circle. We only wish to contact whom we ask. You have been warned by all that is good and pure. Please, open your eyes and place your fingertips on the table. Elena Tallwood. Dearest Elena, we call out to you. Are you present with us? Elena, we only wish to ask you a few questions. Would you like to join us?
Elena, sweetie, don't be afraid.
This is ridiculous.
No.
Elena, was that you, dear?
Elena, it's Mommy. Was that you on the piano? Yes.
Good job, Elena. This is a safe place. Please join us at this table.
Elena, are you okay? No. Erwin.
Elena, did someone hurt you?
Yes. Who hurt my baby?
Elena, did someone kill you?
Yes.
This is another outrage.
Do not break the sacred circle.
Erwin, stop it!
She's a fraud, a complete fraud. The piano and the table are rigged.
Help me, Daddy. It hurts.
Erwin!
Your little girl.
You evil bitch. Tina by the devil!
What have we done?
In God's name.
She warned you not to break the circle, fool!
Maybelle!
In 1,000 feet, turn right.
Will you
onto
shut up
Willow
if I
Avenue.
pick one?
Guys, please be quiet. I'm trying to hear the GPS. Victoria, pick a card.
Good. Now place it back in the deck. Your card has magically risen to the top. Is this your card? No.
You are approaching
You're
your
lying.
destination.
No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Hey, what the hell?
Damn it, guys, I
Stop
said knock it off. Thank you.
Your destination is on the right.
To look at.
As many as it takes till we find one.
Do you really think there are 1,000 cats in there? No, Aiden. He was joking.
Heh. The ad did say 3 o'clock.
I don't think you could have even picked an older house to look at, Dad. Look, it's like collapse scene right there.
Well, with age comes character.
The sign does say open house. It smells like cookies in here.
This is nice.
It's actually not that bad. Green carpet's gotta go.
Guys, wait up. Hello?
Oh, hey, not your fault, little guy.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Aiden, apologize to the lady.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't see you there.
Please, call me Claire. Really, it's quite all right. I should have been waiting for you near the front door, but I was watching the cookies in the oven.
He can be a handful sometimes.
No worries. Please, continue looking at the house. I'll clean this up in no time. Really, it's okay.
Aiden, go find your sister.
Thank you.
Let me get this.
Got ya! You idiot! I call this room. No, I was here first.
Aiden? Aiden?
house is old, but it was built to last.
Well, it's a bit more house than I was expecting.
I think it fits right into your price range.
How do you know my price range?
Well, I assume you read the ad.
Yeah. What's the catch?
The doorbell needs repair.
Seriously, a house this size for that price?
Cookie?
No, I'm trying to drop some.
Quite honestly, the city wants the house to sell before it wears. May I ask about your wife? Will she be joining us?
She recently passed. It still doesn't seem very real.
I'm so sorry for your loss. When did she...
3 months ago. It seems like just yesterday she was here, and now she's gone, so...
Well, God tests us in the toughest ways sometimes, doesn't he? That explains the move, then.
Yeah, I figured a fresh environment would be good for the kids, and...
Well, you made the right decision. The schools in this neighborhood, fantastic. I think this house will do well for your family.
I'll get that room. You wish.
Hey, right on time.
Just one, guys. Maybe two. What do you say?
Thanks.
From all of my friends right after my mom died wasn't such a good idea, huh?
Sweetheart, we're all in this together. I'm gonna need your support. I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more
Just
cooperative.
please,
as
just
we...
leave me alone.
I still don't understand why we had to leave the old house.
Well, we talked about this, hon. I think this move is gonna be the best thing for all of us. You'll get used to it.
It's kind of creepy. Scaredy cat. I'm not scared.
I think all it needs is a good cleaning and some fixing up. I'm gonna have this place looking tip.
Huh? Are you gonna watch Game of Thrones? Yeah. Use this website, onemovies.tv. Alright, it's fine. No, it will buffer. There will be no buffer. It just plays. Okay. What is it? One movie? The number one, and then yeah, movies.tv. And
Can never hope to defeat the army of the dead alone.
I'm Tyrion Lannister. Bastard of Winterfell. The dwarf of Casterly Rock. I believe we lost each other atop the wall.
You were pissing off the edge, if I remember right. Picked up some scars along the road.
It's been a long road, but we're both still here. I'm Tyrion Lannister.
Davos Seaworth.
Ah, the Onion Knight. We fought on opposite sides at the Battle of Blackwater Bay.
Unluckily for me.
And Sandy is the Queen's most trusted advisor.
Welcome to Dragonstone. Our Queen knows this is a long journey. She appreciates the efforts you have made on her behalf. If you wouldn't mind handing over your weapons.
Of course.
Please, this way.
Where are you from? I can't place the accent.
I was born on the island of Narth.
Ah, I hear it's beautiful down there. Palm trees and butterflies. Haven't been myself. This place has changed.
And Sansa. I hear she's alive and well.
She is.
Does she miss me terribly? A sham marriage. And unconsummated.
I didn't ask.
Well, it was. Wasn't. Anyway. She's much smarter than she lets on.
She's starting to let on.
Good. At some point, I want to hear how a Night's Watch recruit became king in the north.
As long as you tell me how a Lannister became hand to Daenerys Targaryen.
Long and bloody tale. To be honest, I was drunk for most of it.
My bannermen think I'm a fool for coming in.
Of course they do. If I was your hand, I would have advised against it. General rule of thumb. Stark men don't fare well when they travel south.
True. But I'm not a Stark.
I'd say you get used to them. But you never really do. Come. The mother's waiting for you.
I wondered why you weren't there to meet our guests. You begged us to summon the king in the north. Don't you want to see him again?
I've done my part. I've brought ice and fire together.
Strange. You spoke so highly of Jon Snow, but when he arrives, you hide on a cliff. I didn't take you for a bashful girl.
My time whispering in the ears of kings has come to an end.
Oh, I doubt that. Give us common folk one taste of power, we're like the lion who tasted man. Nothing is ever so sweet again.
Neither of us is common folk anymore. I did not part on good terms with the King of the North, or his advisor.
Why?
Because of mistakes I made. Terrible mistakes. I would only be a distraction if I stayed.
So where will you go?
Volantis.
Good. If you don't mind my saying, I don't think you should return to Westeros. I'm not sure you'd be safe here.
Oh, I will return, dear Spider. One last time.
My lady.
I have to die in this strange country. Just like you.
You stand in the presence of Daenerys Stormborn of House Targaryen, rightful heir to the Iron Throne, rightful Queen of the Andals and the First Men, protector of the Seven Kingdoms, the Mother of Dragons, the Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, the Unburnt, the Breaker of Chains.
This is Jon Snow. He's king in the north.
Thank you for traveling so far, my lord. I hope the seas weren't too rough.
The winds were kind, Your Grace. Apologies. I have a flea-bottom accent, I know. But Jon Snow is king in the north, Your Grace. He's not a lord.
Forgive me.
Your Grace, this is Sir Davos Seaworth.
Forgive me, Sir Davos. I never did receive a formal education, but I could have sworn I read the last king in the north was Torrhen Stark, who bent the knee to my ancestor, Aegon Targaryen. In exchange for his life, and the lives of the Northmen, Torrhen Stark swore fealty to House Targaryen in perpetuity. Or do I have my facts wrong?
I wasn't there, Your Grace.
No, of course not. But still, an oath is an oath. And perpetuity means... What does perpetuity mean, Lord Tyrion?
Forever.
Forever. So I assume, my lord, you're here to bend the knee.
I am not.
No. Well, that is unfortunate. You've traveled all this way to break faith with House Targaryen?
Break faith? Your father burned my grandfather alive. He burned my uncle alive. He would have burned the Seven Kingdoms.
My father was an evil man. On behalf of House Targaryen, I ask your forgiveness for the crimes he committed against your family. And I ask you not to judge a daughter by the sins of her father. Our two houses were allies for centuries. And those were the best centuries the Seven Kingdoms have ever known. Centuries of peace and prosperity, with a Targaryen sitting on the Iron Throne, and a Stark serving as Warden of the North. I am the last Targaryen, Jon Snow. Honor the pledge your ancestor made to mine. Bend the knee, and I will name you Warden of the North. Together, we will save this country from those who would destroy it.
You're right. You're not guilty of your father's crimes. And I'm not beholden to my ancestors' vows.
Then why are you here?
Because I need your help, and you need mine.
Did you see 3 dragons flying overhead when you arrived?
I did.
And did you see the Dothraki? All of whom have sworn to kill for me.
They're hard to miss.
But still, I need your help.
Not to defeat Cersei. You could storm King's Landing tomorrow and the city would fall. Hell, we almost took it and we didn't even have dragons.
Almost.
But you haven't stormed King's Landing. Why not? The only reason I can see is you don't want to kill thousands of innocent people. It's the fastest way to win the war, but you won't do it. Which means, at the very least, you're better than Cersei.
Still, that doesn't explain why I need your help.
Because right now, you and I and Cersei and everyone else, we're children playing at a game screaming that the rules aren't fair.
You told me you liked this man.
I do.
In the time since he's met me, he's refused to call me queen, he's refused to bow, and now he's calling me child.
I believe he's calling all of us children. Figure of speech.
Your Grace, everyone you know will die before winter's over if we don't defeat the enemy to the north.
As far as I can see, you are the enemy to the north.
I'm not your enemy. The dead are the enemy.
The dead? Is that another figure of speech?
The army of the dead is on the march.
The army of the dead?
You don't know me well, my lord, but do you think I'm a liar or a madman?
No, I don't think you're either of those things.
The army of the dead is real. The White Walkers are real. The Night King is real. I've seen them. If they get past the wall and we're squabbling amongst ourselves, we're finished.
I was born at Dragonstone. Not that I can remember it. We fled before Robert's assassins could find us. Robert was your father's best friend, no? I wonder if your father knew his best friend sent assassins to murder a baby girl in her crib. Not that it matters now, of course. I spent my life in foreign lands. So many men have tried to kill me. I don't remember all their names. I have been sold like a brood mare. I've been shamed and betrayed, raped and defiled. Do you know what kept me standing through all those years in exile? Faith. Not in any gods. Not in myths and legends. In myself. In Daenerys Targaryen. The world hadn't seen a dragon in centuries until my children were born. The Dothraki hadn't crossed the sea. Any sea. They did for me. I was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms. And I will.
You'll be rolling over a graveyard if we don't defeat the Night King.
The war against my sister has already begun. You can't expect us to halt hostilities and join you in fighting whatever you saw beyond the wall.
You don't believe him. I understand that. It sounds like nonsense. But if destiny has brought Daenerys Targaryen back to our shores, it has also made Jon Snow king in the north. You were the first to bring Dothraki to Westeros. He is the first to make allies of wildlings and Northmen. He was named Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. He was named King in the North. Not because of his birthright. He has no birthright. He's a damn bastard. All those hard sons of bitches chose him as their leader because they believe in him. All those things you don't believe in, he faced those things. He fought those things for the good of his people. He risked his life for his people. He took a knife in the heart for his people. He gave his own... If we don't put aside our enmities and band together, we will die. And then it doesn't matter whose skeleton sits on the Iron Throne.
If it doesn't matter, then you might as well kneel. Swear your allegiance to Queen Daenerys, help her to defeat my sister, and together our armies will protect the North.
There's no time for that. There's no time for any of this while we stand here debating.
It takes no time to bend the knee. Pledge your sword to her cause.
And why would I do that? I mean no offense, Your Grace, but I don't know you. As far as I can tell, your claim to the throne rests entirely on your father's name, and my own father fought to overthrow the Mad King. The Lords of the North placed their trust in me to lead them, and I will continue to do so as well as I can.
That's fair. It's also fair to point out that I'm the rightful queen of the Seven Kingdoms. By declaring yourself king of the northernmost kingdom, you are in open rebellion. You must forgive my manners. You'll both be tired after your long journey. We'll have baths drawn for you and supper sent to your rooms. Idris or Jinn.
Or captured. Ilaria and the Sand Snakes dead or captured. The Greyjoys dead or captured.
All of them?
Your sister's dead.
You're on us.
You saw him take her. Make him.
My queen, please accept this gift on behalf of all of your loyal subjects in the Iron Islands. I give you what no other man could give. Justice. Justice for your murdered daughter.
You've proven yourself the greatest captain on the 14 seas, and a true friend to the crown.
You deserve more than a true friend.
And you deserve a proper reward for your heroism.
There's only one reward I want.
You shall have what your heart desires. When the war is won. Tree.
I would cheer to see your head mounted on a spike.
All yours. They're just like severed heads, really.
Listen.
If you have any advice at all, I would love to hear it. When we have an hour or two to speak as brothers.
Advice?
Does she like it gentle or rough? A finger in the bum. Not now. We'll talk later.
I want you to know I understand. Even though we're enemies, you and I understand the fury that drives you. I was there that day when Sir Gregor crushed your lover's head. I close my eyes. I can hear the sound of Oberyn's skull break. The sound of your scream. I never heard a sound like that. I thought that's true love. Oberyn looked beautiful that day, he really did. No one moved like him. No one had such skill with a spear. Even Sir Gregor couldn't stop him. If only he hadn't taunted him. He could have walked away and left poor Sir Gregor to die. But that wasn't your lover's way, was it? Now he's buried somewhere. And here's Sir Gregor stronger than ever. That must be difficult for you. When my daughter was taken from me, my only daughter. Well, you can't imagine how that feels unless you've lost a child. I fed her at my own breast, even though they told me to give her to the wet nurse. But Marcella did.
Warning,
She was
do
mine.
not enter the...
And you took her from me. Why did you do that? Doesn't matter now. Your daughter's a beauty too. brown eyes, those lips. Perfect Dornish beauty. I imagine she's your favorite. I know we're not supposed to have favorites. Still, we're only human. We love whom we love. Sorry, I can't understand you. That gag makes it impossible to understand what you're saying. It must be frustrating. We all make our choices. You chose to murder my daughter. You must have felt powerful after you made that choice. Do you feel powerful now? I don't sleep very well. Not at all, really. I lie in bed and I stare at the canopy and imagine ways of killing my enemies. How to destroy Ilaria Sand, the woman who murdered my only daughter. I thought about having Sir Gregor crush your skull the way he did Oberyn's. Would be poetic, I suppose, but fast. Too fast. I thought about having him crush your daughter's skull. She's so beautiful. The thought of this lovely face cracking open like a duck egg. No, it's just not right. Mama! Qyburn, he's the cleverest man I know. Clever enough to learn what poison you used to murder Marcella. The long goodbye, was that it?
The long farewell.
That's the one. How long does the poison take?
Difficult to say. Hours, days. It depends on the subject's constitution.
But death is certain.
Oh, yes, Your Grace. Quite certain.
Your daughter will die here in this cell. And you will be here watching when she does. You'll be here the rest of your days. If you refuse to eat, we'll force food down your throat. You will live to watch your daughter rot. To watch that beautiful face collapse to bone and dust. All the while contemplating the choices you've made. Make sure the guards change the torches every few hours. I don't want her to miss a thing.
No.
Forgive me, Your Grace. The visitor from Bravos has arrived. Good. And we'll need fresh sheets for the bed. At once, Your Grace.
Excellencies and congratulations. You've become the first ruling queen of the to that.
This has freed all the slaves.
What to do about my missing fleet and murdered you want?
Except my ship. He took my ship.
I wouldn't say we took your ship.
I'm not playing word games with you. The dead are coming for us all.
Why don't you figure out what to do about my missing fleet and murdered allies? And I'll figure out what to do about your walking dead men.
It's hard for me to fathom, it really is. If someone told me about the White Walkers and the Night King... You probably don't believe me.
I do, actually.
You didn't before. Grumpkins and Snarks, you called them. Do you remember? You said it was all nonsense.
It was nonsense. Everybody knew it. But then Mormont saw them, and you saw them.
And I trust the eyes of an honest man more than I trust what everybody knows.
How do I convince people who don't know me that an enemy they don't believe in is coming to kill them all?
Good question.
I know it's a good question. I'm looking for an answer.
People's minds aren't made for problems that large. White Walkers, the Night King, army of the dead. It's almost a relief to confront a comfortable, familiar monster like my sister.
I need to help prepare my people for what's coming. I can't help them from here. I'd like to leave.
It seems unlikely that you became king in the north by giving up that easily.
Everyone told me to learn from my father's mistakes. Don't go south. Don't answer a summons from the Mad King's daughter, a foreign invader. And here I am. A northern fool.
Children are not their fathers. Luckily for all of us. And sometimes there's more to foreign invaders and northern fools than meets the eye. Daenerys could have sailed for Westeros long ago, but she didn't. Instead, she stayed where she was and saved many people from horrible fates. Some of whom are on this island with us right now. While you're our guest here, you might consider asking them what they think of the Mad King's daughter. She protects people from monsters, just as you do. That's why she came here. And she's not about to head north to fight an enemy she's never seen on the word of a man she doesn't know. After a single meeting, it's not a reasonable thing to ask. So do you have anything reasonable to ask?
What do you mean?
Maybe you are a northern fool. I'm asking if there's something I can do to help you.
Dragon glass.
Yes, volcanic glass. Obsidian. He says you have a tremendous amount of it here.
Why are we talking about glass? We just lost 2 of our allies.
Which is why I was speaking to Jon Snow, a potential ally.
What does the King in the North want with dragon glass?
Apparently, it can be turned into weapons that kill White Walkers and their foot soldiers. Or stop them. Destroy them. Unsure about the nomenclature.
And what do you think about this army of the dead and White Walkers, Night Kings?
I'd very much like to believe that Jon Snow is wrong, but a wise man once said that you should never believe a thing simply because you want to believe it.
Which wise man said this?
I don't remember.
Are you trying to present your own statements as ancient wisdom?
I would never do that. To you. The reason I believe Jon Snow is because he's here. All of his advisors would have told him not to come. I would have told him not to come. And he's here anyway. You don't have to believe him. Let him mine the dragon glass. If he's wrong, it's worthless. You didn't even know it was here. It's nothing to you. Give him something. By giving him nothing, take a step toward a more productive relationship with a possible ally. Keep him occupied while we focus on the task at hand. The Costly Rock.
What was that Sir Davos said? About taking a knife in the heart for his people. Did you notice that?
You must allow them their flights of fancy. It's dreary in the north.
Amazing thing to see.
I named them for my brothers, Viserys and Rhaegar. They're both gone now. You lost 2 brothers as well. People thought dragons were gone forever, but here they are. Perhaps we should all be examining what we think we know.
You've been talking to Tyrion.
Here's my hand.
He enjoys talking.
We all enjoy what we're good at.
I don't.
You know I'm not going to let Cersei stay on the Iron Throne.
I never expected that you would.
And I haven't changed my mind about which kingdoms belong to that throne.
I haven't either.
I will allow you to mine the dragon glass and forge weapons from it. Any resources or men you need, I will provide for you.
Thank you. So you believe me then about the Night King and the army of the dead?
You'd better get to work, Jon Snow.
How much do we have?
4,000 bushels, my lady.
What does that mean?
For the current occupants of the castle, it's enough food for a year, perhaps more.
And what's the longest winter in the past 100 years?
I'm not entirely certain. I'll check Maester Lewin's records. He kept a copy of every Raven scroll.
You're telling me we don't have enough food, especially not if the armies of the North come back to defend Winterfell.
No, my lady, most likely not.
And we must prepare for that eventuality. Whatever direction the threat comes from, this is the best place to be. We need to start building up our grain stores with regular shipments from every keep in the North. If we don't use it by winter's end, we'll give it back to them. But if the entire North has to flee to Winterfell, they won't have enough time to bring wagon loads of grain with them.
Very wise, my lady.
Maester Walken, you'll see to it? Are they covering those breastplates in leather?
No, my lady.
Shouldn't they be? Once the real cold comes?
They should indeed. Pardon me, my lady. You there. Why isn't there leather on these?
Command suits you. The Northerners are all facing north, worried about the threat from beyond the wall.
So they should be.
I know Cersei better than anyone here. If you turn your back on her...
You don't know Cersei better than anyone here.
I only meant to say...
That the woman who murdered my mother, father, and brother is dangerous. Thank you for your wise counsel.
One of two things will happen. Either the dead will defeat the living, in which case all our troubles come to an end, or life will win out. And what then? Don't fight in the north or the south. Fight every battle, everywhere, always, in your mind. Everyone is your enemy. Everyone is your friend. Every possible series of events is happening all at once. Live that way, and nothing will surprise you. Everything that happens will be something that you've seen before.
Lady Sansa, at the gate.
Hello, Sansa.
I wish Jon were here.
Yes. I need to speak to him.
Your father's last living true-born son. You're Lord of Winterfell now.
I can never be Lord of Winterfell. I can never be Lord of anything. I'm the three-eyed raven.
I don't know what that means.
It's difficult to explain.
Try, please, for me.
It means I can see everything. Everything that's ever happened to everyone. Everything that's happening right now. It's all pieces now. Fragments. I need to learn to see better. When the long night comes again, I need to be ready.
How do you know all this?
The three-eyed raven taught me.
I thought you were the three-eyed raven.
I told you it's difficult to explain.
Bran.
I'm sorry for all that's happened to you. I'm sorry it had to happen here, in our home. It was so beautiful that night. Snow falling. Just like now. And you were so beautiful. In your white wedding dress.
I have to go back inside, Bran.
I'll stay a bit longer.
Does it hurt?
A bit. Less than before.
The infection no longer appears to be active. Unusual. Unlikely. One could almost be forgiven for thinking that the entire upper layer of diseased skin was debrided, and the underlying region treated with some sort of unguent.
Don't know anything about that. I just started feeling better. I assumed it was the rest that did it. And the climate.
The climate. You're free to go, sir. This chamber is needed for the infectious, which you are no longer. Tali, I'd like to speak with you in my study this evening.
How bad is it?
Suppose I'll find out this evening. Where will you go?
I've surrendered to this sickness the moment I first saw it. I knew it would kill me. But I killed myself before I could. Daenerys Stormborn convinced me otherwise. The only place for me is back with her. I owe my life. Her. And you.
Your father saved me more than once. It's the least I could do.
Perhaps our paths will cross again.
I hope they do. I seem to remember you.
Alive because of you. You should be proud.
Thank you, Archmaester.
Come here. All these manuscripts and scrolls are
A portion of our fleet to send our remaining ships after him.
I'm not talking about sending our ships after him.
Would you have to go yourself? Euron's ships could be anywhere, or in more than one place. You'd be flying around the open seas alone for who knows how long.
I wouldn't be alone. I would have Drogon, Viserion, and Rhaegal. What can anyone do to them?
They can still do something to you. It only takes one arrow.
It's too great a risk. You're too important.
What about Casterly Rock?
The Unsullied will be there soon.
And what will they face?
A difficult situation. They know we're coming.
Yes. Cersei believes my sole purpose in life is to destroy House Lannister. She will be ready. No one has ever taken the Rock. The Lannister army is still the army my father built. Well-trained and well-provisioned. 10,000 men at least. They will see us coming. They will be ready. The gates of Casterly Rock are impregnable. The fight up the walls will be hard. We will be at a disadvantage. Many men will die. It's an impregnable fortress. A bitch. They will have less armor and fewer weapons. But my sister's armies fight for her out of fear. The Unsullied will be fighting for something greater. They will be fighting for freedom and the person who gave it to them. They will be fighting for you. That is why they will triumph.
Dorion vas. In kasonesko sidri hibezi. Cara sigri.
Where are they? Where are the rest of the Lannisters?
And now the rains weep o'er our halls. Did we fight well?
As well as could be expected.
It was never our forte. Golden roses, indeed.
Not much anymore. What it is to me, my fond childhood memories won't keep Cersei on the throne.
So you just let them take it?
For now, they won't be able to hold it. Euron Greyjoy's navy burned their ships. We emptied the larders before we left. Eventually, they'll be forced to abandon their position and march all the way across Westeros.
And you took your army, your real army, and went where they weren't.
As Robb Stark did to me at Whispering Wood. There are always lessons in failures.
Yes. You must be very wise by now.
My father always said I was a slow learner.
If he was so clever, why didn't he take High Garden the moment your gold mines ran dry? I suppose I'll be able to ask him myself soon enough. No more learning from my mistakes, eh? How will you do it? With that sword? That was Joffrey's sword, wasn't it? Not that he ever used it. What did he call it?
Widow's Wail.
He really was a cunt, wasn't he? I did unspeakable things to protect my family, or watch them being done on my orders. I never lost a night's sleep over them. They were necessary. And whatever I imagined necessary for the safety of House Tyrell, I did. But your sister has done things I was incapable of imagining. That was my prize mistake. A failure of imagination. She's a monster, you do know that.
To you, I'm sure. To others as well. But after we've won, and there's no one left to oppose us, when people are living peacefully in the world she built, do you really think they'll wring their hands over the way she built it?
You love her. You really do love her. You poor fool. She'll be the end of you.
Possibly. Not much to be gained from discussing it with you, though, is there?
What better person to discuss it with? What better guarantee could you have that the things you say will never leave this room? But perhaps you're right. If she's driven you this far, it's gone beyond your control.
Yes. It has.
She's a disease. I regret my role in spreading it. You will too.
I think we're done here.
How will it happen?
Cersei had several ideas. Whipping you through the streets and beheading you in front of the Red Keep. Flaying you alive and hanging you from the walls of King's Landing. I talked her out of those.
Will there be pain?
No, I made sure of that.
That's good. I'd hate to die like your son, clawing at my neck, foam and bile spilling from my mouth, eyes blood red, skin purple. Must have been horrible for you, as a king's guard, as a father. It was horrible enough for me. A shocking scene. Not at all what I intended. You see, I'd never seen the poison work before. Tell Cersei. I wanted to know it was me.
Blade Dance does no damage, dude, except to its initial target, dude. That's why First Blood is the talent you take. The damage it does on other targets is inconsequential. The only damage you get out of AoE on those things is you have to save a Blade Dance or a Death Sweep for the nick. As soon as they spawn, Fell Rush, Ivy, Blade Dance. That's it. No, you can't save your other or it fucks up your cooldown.
Obviously on the strain.
Paintings or all your other material trappings. Even greed has its limits.
Lucy, let us see it.
From a doctor. You can.
Guys put somebody in the car and you're protecting their head, you can take the hand away, okay?
It is absurd to hear our leadership speaking in this level of ignorance. One of the trademarks of accountability in policing is called vicarious liability. That means what you tell your people to do, you're responsible for it. All those officers out there, they've been taught through this system to be violent, and you are just sowing those seeds even further. For any other officers out there, you know this is the wrong information. Get with your local politics, reform your police department.
Now I don't know what to believe. Tag believes everything I say, so I have to believe everything he says. Why don't you shut up and ask him yourself, Tag? You believe everything I say, right? See? See? Did that sound convincing enough? Was that not convincing enough? Don't try to get him all stored up in his words. Now he said yes. Tag, what was that? Tag, what was that? I'm just moving my head slowly, you know, like they do in those movies. What was that? And then start twitching. What was that? What was that?
Donate to a good cause. I'm gonna be there at the finish line for you. I'm gonna make a big sign for you.
Doesn't show up for anything. And then he shows up.
Oh, was it good to be back?
I can't do this. I can't do it.
This is the first time you're in this week and you had 3 appointments.
You just have to show up for
Show
once.
up! I showed up for you!
Your son, he died. Helping you made me feel like I helped my son.
That they can't.
I just my son is.
I'm gonna walk with you again someday.
Because he went out last night, he got locked, and he came home and got sick all over himself.
Didn't get sick all over himself, don't mind that, Joe.
Darryl?
Joe?
He's not going out.
Oh.
Oh, just let me out, will you? You never let me out anywhere to do anything.
I swear, we're just gonna go local. We're not even going far.
Yeah, we're only going up to the bridge.
Me and all the lads and everyone's going.
Yeah, except Daryl.
You never let me do anything. It's like I'm in jail in this house.
Yeah, keep it up, Daryl.
Joe, she's like Hitler, she is. She always has me in her.
You're not going out for it now. You're not going out for a week if you keep her up.
Well, can all the lads come here and then we can all get locked in here?
Yeah, if you clean up first.
Cleaning up? I'm not cleaning up.
I'll even make sure he doesn't get too locked.
No. I'll even send you Snapchats to make you know that I'm alright.
And I'll make sure he only drinks half pints, even though the lads might say that he's a gaybo, and I'll say no, he's not.
Please.
Am I a parrot? What? Am I? I'm not buzzing on this. I'm not letting him go out. And Daryl, you want to shut up as well because you're 5 seconds to go up them bleeding stairs. 5, 4, 3. I'll be the only girl there.
I'll bring my girlfriend.
Right, get your coat, you bollocks. Joseph, your girlfriend, your mas. You swines. No. Huh? I'm not testing you. I'm not testing you, baby. We are deaf. Anyway, no.